Who is the serial killer never convicted? This is a manhunt spanning 1,400 years. And for most of that time, humanity has been fighting him blindfolded. It has no will. Yet it exploits every weakness in civilization. It knows when we are weak. The Yersinia pestis bacterium. Let's spread out the case file and review its crimes. It's the mid-6th century, Constantinople. A man sneezed, waved it off, and went on his way. That night he woke in agony. A black lump the size of an egg swelled in his groin. His skin turned dark. Fever took over. Some died raving. Others died within just hours. In 4 months, the plague killed almost 200,000 people. People said it's God's punishment. Fear took over. So, people knelt before the altar, desperately prayed to a curse that isn't real. In the 14th century, the killer had an upgrade. It brought centuries-long slaughter, the Black Death. 3 groups tried to find cause. The first group believed it's God's anger. They publicly whipped themselves, trying to ease God's anger, but it didn't stop the plague. It spread even faster. The second group believed in bodily fluids. The Dr. Galen thought health came from balancing 4 fluids in the body: blood, mucus, yellow bile, and black bile. They blamed the Black Death on corrupted black bile. They treated patients with bloodletting and leeches. The third group believed in miasma. If you were in Florence in 1348, you would smell rosemary, amber, spices burning in streets. People thought this could drive away the miasma. This belief created the plague doctors. They wore waxed coats, glass goggles, and beaked masks. Their scary outfit accidentally provided some protection. Amidst these mistakes, modern public health was born. Quarantine began in Venice. Ships from infected areas had to wait 40 days offshore. This was done out of fear, but it accidentally broke the chain of infection. In Italian cities, a health official system was created. Supervised burials, quarantines, and cleaning. Power moved from church to government. Doctors needed licenses now. They studied bodies and wrote plague manuals. They started to record, categorize, and look for logic in piles of corpses. Therefore, in the ruins of ignorance, a crack of reason just appeared. In the late 19th century, steamships connected continents together, and the ancient killer found a new hunting ground. This time, humanity finally stepped out of the dark. In Louis Pasteur's lab, a great theory was born: germ theory. People had a clear framework. The killer is a microbe. Pasteur's student Alexandre Yersin joined investigation. His logic was clear. If it's killer, it uses same weapon. The plague's main feature is swollen lymph nodes. He cut into a patient's swollen node. Under microscope, he saw a microbe never recorded before. A short, thick rod that looked like a safety pin. This was Yersinia pestis, the plague bacterium. How did this tiny pin create such carnage? In 1898, Paul Louis Simond found the answer in Bombay. The flea, Yersinia pestis, lives in fleas on rats. It forms a dense film in flea's gut, blocking blood. The flea becomes desperately hungry. It bites more and more frantically. When fresh blood hits the blocked gut, it mixes with the bacteria, collides with the biofilm, and shoots back into the bite wound. The bacteria rush into lymph nodes. They multiply. The nodes swell and die. Then the bacteria enter the bloodstream, causing clots and tissue death throughout the body. But the plague's killing never stopped. In 1910, it turned Manchuria into a death zone. A Malaysian-Chinese doctor arrived. His name was Wu Lien-te. He performed China's first autopsy in epidemic zone and found truth. This wasn't plague spread by rat fleas. It was pneumonic plague spread through air. He created a simple mask with 2 layers of gauze with cotton in between. It's later known as the Wu's mask. He divided the epidemic zone into 3 areas and enforced strict isolation. For the first time, humanity didn't just pray and panic. We figured out how it spread. Then, with science and organization, we cut off its paths. Now here is the final question. Is the plague gone? No. If you compare the bacteria from Black Death to modern Yersinia pestis in a lab, their code is almost same. This means the top assassin that killed half of Europe in the 14th century is still hanging there. It doesn't need to evolve. It only needs one weak spot in our public health system, because its old knife is still sharp to threat us human. Right now, as you walk along the streets, every breath you take isn't a gift from fate. It's a hard-won right. Countless pioneers paid for it with their wisdom, blood, and resolve in a long, brutal game of survival. This is the hardest lesson in the history of life. To survive, we must stay alert and never stop being ready.